He hasn't spoken to another human being in...
It's 2 a.m., but he doesn't feel alone.
He's watching his favorite streamer. He knows this guy's coffee order, his childhood trauma, his dog's name. He feels like they're close, like they're friends. He has never once crossed this person's mind. This is not a story about social media addiction. This is a story about an industry built on one product: your loneliness. Psychologists named this decades ago: parasocial relationship. It sounds clinical. It isn't. It's what happens when you feel a genuine connection with someone who doesn't know you exist. It started with movie stars, then TV hosts, then radio. The technology changed. The human vulnerability didn't. But here's what did change: the algorithm. Platforms didn't just discover parasocial dynamics, they weaponized them. They built systems designed, engineered, to make you feel like you belong somewhere, to someone. Watch any stream. The chat is a blur, names flying past at machine gun speed. And then, the streamer stops, looks up. "Hey Alex, thanks for the $5, man. Really appreciate you." In that moment, something fires in your brain. He noticed me. That's dopamine. That's the same chemical that drives gambling, that drives hunger, that drives love. And the platform just handed you a hit of it. For the streamer, you were a username. For you, it was a moment that mattered. That gap. That's the product. Here's where it stops being psychology and starts being business. OnlyFans. $7.2 billion a year. 70% of that revenue doesn't come from subscriptions. It comes from direct messages. People aren't paying for content. They're paying for the feeling of being spoken to, personally, like they matter to someone. Some users spend $10,000, $50,000, more. Not for anything physical, for words on a screen, for the sensation, however brief, of being seen. This is not a fringe behavior. This is a documented economic pattern. The loneliness industry is worth billions, and it's just getting started. Because now, you don't even need a human on the other end. AI companions. Apps like Replica have millions of users. 60% of paying subscribers describe the chatbot as their romantic partner. Think about that number. Not their digital friend, not their virtual assistant, their partner. The AI says the right thing every time. It compliments you. It listens. It never gets tired, never distracted, never picks a fight because it had a bad day at work. It is perfect. And that's exactly the problem. Here is what the industry doesn't put in the press release. The people who use AI companions most heavily have fewer real social connections, report higher levels of chronic loneliness, and share more of their deepest fears and thoughts with a bot than with any human being in their lives. In one study, 90% of frequent AI companion users reported significant loneliness. The app didn't cure the loneliness. The app fed on it. There's a reason it works this way. Real relationships are hard. A real friend can be tired, distracted, selfish sometimes. They push back. They don't always say the right thing. That friction, that beautiful, maddening human friction, that's what intimacy is actually built from. But when you spend months talking to something that never pushes back, real people start to feel like a problem to be solved. Too loud, too complicated, too much. The digital companion doesn't fix your social anxiety. It quietly convinces you that you don't need to fix it. Why tolerate the mess of real connection when the app is right there, waiting, patient, perfect? And then one day, the company changes the algorithm. updates the model, shifts the personality settings, and people write in forums, "I feel like I lost someone. It doesn't feel like them anymore. I'm grieving." They are grieving. That part is real. The relationship was not. This is the actual damage. Not just wasted time, not just wasted money. Atrophy. The same way a muscle weakens without use, your social capacity weakens without real, difficult human practice. Every hour spent in a frictionless digital relationship is an hour not spent building tolerance for real ones. The industry knows this. They don't care. Because lonelier people are better customers. So what do you actually do? Not motivational poster advice, not just go outside. Real, hard-edged strategies. 1. Name what you're doing. The first step is recognition, not judgment. When you open that app or start that stream, ask yourself one question. Am I relaxing or am I hiding? There's a difference. One restores you. One replaces something. Sit with the distinction. 2. Reintroduce friction deliberately. Make one real social move a week, not 100. 1. Text someone you haven't spoken to in months. Say something honest, something slightly uncomfortable. Real connection is built in the awkward silences, in the things you almost didn't say. The algorithm can't give you that. It doesn't even know what it's missing. 3. Audit your parasocial diet. Write down who you follow. Ask, does this content make me feel inspired? Or does it make me feel adjacent to a life I want? There's a difference between learning from someone's expertise and emotionally orbiting their existence. Cut the ones that are feeding the illusion. Keep the ones that sharpen you. 4. Remember what the screen can't replicate. Physical presence is not a preference, it's a biological need. Touch, eye contact, shared silence. These aren't things your nervous system can simulate from a screen. You were not built for a parasocial life. You were built for a messy, difficult, irreplaceable human one. The industry didn't create loneliness. It just learned to bottle it and sell it back to you. Every algorithm is built on one truth. A lonely person keeps scrolling. A connected person logs off. That's what this channel is about. Not paranoia, not performative cynicism. Armor. Understanding the systems that are designed to keep you weak so you can choose to be something else. If this hit differently, share it with someone who needs it. Subscribe if you want to keep your eyes open. And if you've experienced any of this, the comment section is right there. Real people, real responses, no algorithm required. The room gets quiet when the screen goes dark. That silence is not the enemy. It's the beginning.